POV putt. What is up, YouTube fam? How are we doing today? Kind of just pulled the Robbie C there. YouTube fam, I like it. It rings. I dig it. We're out here, Lou Clarkson. This is a brand new, kind of brand new 9-hole course here in the Des Moines area, Johnston, Iowa. That's where we are. A little practice round, working on some stuff. Kind of wanted to go over with you guys today on not so much a mental aspect, but more of a physical aspect of my game. Why I took my distance drivers out of my bag, and I'm going to explain that to you right now. Hole 1, par 3, 235, pad, basket. It's kind of shapes up for a nice forehand or a nice backhand turnover. There is a straight gap, but it's a little bit tighter. So I think I'm gonna try a forehand first and then a backhand second. Okay, so for that first forehand, I just threw it into a down tree trunk that's hollow. I couldn't quite tell from the pad if I actually went in it or if I just bounced off it. This is slick, but I guess we'll find out. And I guess the tree, it's right here, so we're good, but I guess the tree isn't as hollow as I thought. Not too bad, just outside the circle or so. My backhand, not too bad either. 25 feet, maybe 30 feet, not so bad. That was a way trickier putt than I thought it was. Hole 2, par 3, 260. Gap shot, but no Mando. There is a hyzer gap as well. I'm gonna try the gap shot though. I'm gonna try EMAC Truth right up the middle. Got a little fortunate. I hit pretty early tree. Almost got out the gap clean, but a little upshot. Chip it in. All right, so I want to talk a little bit before I throw this hole. This was the hole that made me want to do this video to start with. I wanted to talk about the reason why I took distance drivers out of my bag entirely. And I'm primarily throwing the Saint for those distance shots. So like on this hole, we have 325 foot par 3. This is one where it's usually a headwind off of this hole. And so I would want to throw a Grace or a recoil or something. But one thing I found is that I tend to not have very good control when I throw the distance drivers. And when I have a control fairway driver, so be it. How do you figure? You have more control down the fairway. Now, this hole is pretty open, as you can see. There's a lot of room to work with, but there is some trees in the fairway that can be a little bit of a factor. But I found that it's really good training that if I learn how to control my slower drivers before learning how to throw the big distance drivers, once I get back to the distance drivers, I have more control with them and a little bit more distance on top of that as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna throw a Saint. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind when you're throwing fairway drivers instead of distance drivers, you do need to throw them with a little bit more hyzer and a headwind. Okay, a little pro tip from an amateur. I threw this one flat, and since it's a Saint, it burns over and a headwind. However, I just learned something about myself. I've been doing this distance driver experiment thing for about 3 weeks now, 4 weeks. So I just threw a Grace to see what I would do, and it's pin high, about circle's edge. Had a lot of control to it. I'll have to keep that in mind going forward. I do have a question for you guys though. So right here, I'd say we're about 70, 75 feet out for the 2. Now, in tournament situations, are you running this as a jump putt or are you tossing this up and taking your 3? Personally, I prefer to toss it. And it's kind of like I'm playing catch with the basket in a sense. Like I'm not really trying to make it, but I'm giving it enough of a floaty bid that it could go in, but it's gonna go within 10 to 15 feet. Or are you running the jump putt? See, personally for me, I get my jump putts, and maybe this is a tip that I could learn from one of you in the comments. My jump putts tend to get really squirrely. So I could pull it off to the right, or it's too high, or I miss left, or it's just not enough spin so it doesn't get there. But my tosses consistently get 10 to 15 feet away, if not get lucky and throw them in. So in the comments down below, let me know, what do you do in this situation? I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you have any tips for me on jump putting, let me know. Putting is still something I need to work on. We're getting there though. This is one of my favorite holes out here at Luke Clarkson. Hole 5. 225, par 3. Oh, where's the basket? Oh, well, that's 6's pad, so you don't want to go that way. The basket's back there. You can see it's right there. It's right there. Can you see it? Yeah, the line's up there or that way. So you might be wondering then, what's actually in my bag if I don't have distance drivers in my bag other than a Grace? Let me show you. So this isn't an official in the bag video, but I might as well show you what I've got. Right now I'm putting with the Zero Hard daggers. I've been putting with the dagger for actually quite a while. I first started putting with the dagger, I think back in 2020 or 2019, something like that. I got a backup one here as well, bit of an older one. Been kind of off and on with the daggers, but still going strong to this day. I just got this fresh one. Throw in the Opto Pure. I originally had a Kristen Tatar Opto X Glimmer one from a few years ago, and I lost it. I was sad. I got a couple of slammers. I got a first run slammer here, and I got one of the new runs right here. These things are really beefy. Highly recommend the slammers. For that straight to stable slower disc, I've got a Westside Gatekeeper. Got this from Gannon Burr. Actually, he sent me this in the mail last year, 2 years ago. Absolutely loving that. I got a couple of harps here. I got EMAC Truths. I did a short recently. I just added the Savior to my bag, which is actually what I'll be throwing on this hole here. If you haven't seen my short yet on the Savior, please go check that out. It's on my YouTube channel here. Got Justice, the Explorer, that Saint. Got 3 Felons in the bag here. 3 Felons here. And then the Grace in mention here that we don't throw very often. But that's what I'm bagging for now. Well, that Savior shot didn't go as planned. It's not terrible though. But what's interesting is I'm in a creek. We had all this rain yesterday. Where'd the creek go? Because there's the actual river there. Huh. Interesting. I actually almost made that shot from in the creek down there. Huh. Right off the cage and roll over here. Huh, interesting. Little POV putt. Haven't done this in a while. Hey, we can still do it, baby. Let's go. This will be the last hole that I feature in this video. I'll probably be out here again with my buddies Jordan and Tom, if Tom wants to join. Jordan for sure wants to, I know that. I'll probably be out here again doing an actual challenge round with these guys. Just a little 1v1v1. And we'll probably showcase all 9 of these holes for sure. I just wanted to kind of come out here and talk a little bit about my game and my bag and how my mental state is right now, which I guess I didn't really get too much into the mental side today, but I promise in the future we'll have more of that. That's kind of the focus and the goal of this channel. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Please feel free, hit the subscribe button down below, ring the bell so you get notifications for any disc and bowler videos in the future. If you want to see any bowling content, let me know. I'd be totally down to do that as well. With that, I'll go ahead and showcase one last drive, a couple more putts, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Yeah. Oh, no putt needed. That's part. Dynamic disc. Latitude 64, Westside disc. Best plastic on the market. Just saying. I'm not even sponsored to say it. POV putt.
What?